Hello, everybody. It says we're telling your followers that we started a live video. So I'm going to wait. I see that Donnie joined. Hi, Donnie. I'm so excited to have you here today, Donnie. Instagram is telling my followers that I've started a live video. So far, Donnie has joined. Thank you, Donnie. Hello, Blue Bronco Books. Nice to see you. Thank you. This is the first time I've ever done a live video, and it's very special for a special reason, because it's my book birthday. Yay! Hi! Hi, Jenny! Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. I'm going to wait a few minutes and I'm going to read a snippet from Moonsong and give everyone a sneak peek. Thank you. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about how long this process took, longer than you think. And I'm just going to celebrate. Thank you, Jenny. I'm looking forward to reading your book too. It's fun to be in a group together of creators to support each other. It's really important to have support, and it makes a big difference. So, I'm hanging out. This is my studio, office slash studio, where the magic happens. Today's really exciting, and like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. So, if anyone has any questions, type away. I love questions. Oh, thank you. It's actually a jumpsuit. Which is really cool. My favorite new thing to wear, jumpsuits, all in one. Easy peasy. Nice to get dressed and just zip. This really cool shop in California, owned by women, and I'm like, and they're one of their biggest customers, I think, now. All right. Satchmo is here to celebrate. He hears me talking and wondering who I'm talking to. Jenny, I'll send you the link to the shop. You'll love it. So at 12:05, I'm going to read a sneak peek snippet from Moonsong. I might even sing the Moonsong, even though, as my family can attest, I am a terrible singer. But today is so special, and I'm so excited that I'm going to sing anyway. So, oh, it's 12:05. Time for a celebration. And to celebrate, whee! I didn't have any confetti, so I have pom-poms. And here is Moonsong. Happy birthday to Moonsong. I want to read a little bit of Moonsong. And Satchmo is enjoying the pom-poms now. Don't eat those, Satchmo. I'll read a little bit to get you excited about Moonsong, as excited as I am, and then we'll talk about the process a little bit. And if you guys have any questions, please type away, because I love to answer questions. I love to talk to children and to grown-ups and to schools, and my favorite part is the Q&A. So this is Moonsong, and today is Moonsong's birthday. I'm the author and illustrator, which is really awesome. It's fun. I started off as an illustrator and started writing so that I would have some fun stuff to illustrate. So, nice to see you, cool beans. Here is Moonsong, a sneak peek. Folky's village had lost its moon. The village elders believed that singing would call the wild beasts from the nearby jungle, beasts with teeth and claws and no manners at all. They scolded and hushed and shushed and harumphed. No singing at the table, no singing during chores, no singing during lessons, and no singing at night. One day, their moon just vanished. And when the skies became a darkest dark, the villagers shivered and shook. For from the jungle they heard grunts and growls, bellows and howls, jabbers and snarls. Only Folky listened happily, for Folky had a secret. Though she'd been warned, Folky had made friends with a tiger. She met the tiger under shady leaves and twisty vines. They tumbled and danced and shared stories and cakes. But why do you no longer sing? Asked the tiger. The elders have warned us. Singing calls the wild beasts, beasts with teeth and claws and no manners at all. I am a beast, said the tiger, and though I am wild, each night I sing, hoping to return our long-lost moon. Your moon is lost too, Folky whispered, but how can I help? So the tiger taught Folky to sing. And here is the moon song. And so here's where I'm going to stop, and I'm going to sing the moon song for you. Like I said, I'm an awful singer, but here's the song. Let's see. Oh, round, bright... I said I'm a terrible singer. Oh, round, bright moon, oh, great friend moon, how you sparkle like sugar and shine like joy. Sparkle like sugar, sparkle like sugar, sparkle like sugar and shine like joy. And that is the moon song that the tiger taught Folky to sing. Now, that is the sneak peek of Moonsong. I hope that you enjoyed this sneak peek and were not too horrified at my singing. Oh, round, bright moon, oh, great friend moon, how you sparkle like sugar and shine like joy. That was a better version. So, I wanted to share with you some images of how Moonsong began. And I wanted to tell you, Moonsong took about 9 months to illustrate, but the actual process of writing Moonsong took a lot longer. I actually wrote the text, the very first text, in 2009. So, thanks, Jenny. I was really kind of nervous about singing, but yeah. So 2009, I had this idea for a story about a girl and an animal companion. But initially, it was a girl and a wolf, and her name was Claire de Loup, which is loup is wolf in French, and Claire is moon, or like Claire de Lune, like the moon. So I had this idea, and at the time I was working at an ad agency, and I took my lunch hours and I would go to a little cafe and I'd sit at the bar and write. I would write in my sketchbook and draw pictures. So I wanted to share with you one image of the very first, what inspired me. And this is a scan from my sketchbook. And this is the very first, this is Claire de Loup, and she's a little girl with a wolf. And the writing, as you see, I would write and draw like all at the same time, like kind of like just put it all down in a little sketchbook, pencil and paper. I didn't type it all up until later. And then in 2009, the story was about 1,000 words, which if you know anything about children's books, that's really long for a children's book. Picture books are not that long. But I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I was working at an ad agency, and I just really wanted to draw and illustrate. And I just was writing to give me something to illustrate and practice being a children's author, or an illustrator for children's books. And so, as you see, that first illustration became the first illustrations for Claire de Loup. Kind of look like this. This was in 2009. And as you can see, the little girl is a little older. It's a little darker. I was really just starting off out as an illustrator, and my illustrations were a little. I have a dark style, but this one was just pretty dark for a picture book. So I joined SCBWI and went to a conference and had my manuscript and illustrations critiqued. And one of the critiques was that the manuscript was way too long. And that's when I really started to learn about what it meant to be an author and illustrator for picture books. I was an illustrator in advertising, which is very, very different. And so illustrating for children's books is a lot more storytelling, a lot more action, and just brighter colors, and just a little bit more. I just learned a lot. So I scrapped. I had already done like 3 or 4 illustrations in that style, and I learned a lot, doing it. But I wasn't afraid. In 2015, I scrapped all of that and revised Claire de Loup. And the next version of Claire de Loup looked more like this. It's a lot more playful, a lot more. The child is younger, and I shortened the text quite a bit, and it was fun, and I also went to SCBWI conferences and had that one critiqued, and I got a lot of good feedback. I started working with an agent, a rep, and got some feedback as far as the story and feedback as far as the art. A lot of the publishing houses thought the art looked a little bit European, which I didn't. Hi, Andrea. Which didn't bother me, so much, but it still was sort of after quite a while. I still didn't get anywhere with it, and I kind of put it on a back shelf and published some other things, Tip Tap Tale, and I did some illustration for a Canadian folktale called Peg Bearskin. And so in doing those, I learned even more about what it meant to write and illustrate for children. So, and then at the time, I also took a workshop with Leslie Helikoski and about writing picture books. And Leslie is really talented, and she's an amazing writer, and she also does illustration as well. And that workshop really shook things up for me, and once again, I was not afraid. I had done 3 or 4 illustrations in that style, and suddenly it was kind of like, okay, this is not working. What can I do to kind of shake things up? And so in 2020, I revised the story completely and added the moon element and changed the animal to a tiger and changed the setting to a jungle instead of a forest, because it seemed like a forest, a girl in the forest with a wolf was, it was getting compared to Little Red Riding Hood, and it really wasn't anything like that. So it just kind of was maybe a tired, for me, like I wanted to kind of shake things up. So, and then I started, experimenting with illustration. I got an iPad, and really kind of just started like being a little juicier with colors and with drawing and illustrating. And I drew this character. You might recognize her, and that is Folky. And I really was excited with this new, it just kind of shook things up, and it made me excited about the story again. It took me putting it on the shelf and taking it back off. And luckily, I sort of did a few illustrations and revised the story, and cut down the story to 530 words, whereas initially it was 1,000. And so I cut the story in half. There was a lot of flowery words and things that really didn't, in picture books, it's more about action and really kind of getting the story across in a poetic way by using fewer words. So so I took a chance, revised the manuscript, revised the illustrations, sent it out in a Twitter pitch, and Michelle McAvoy with Blue Bronco Books and the Little Press, she liked it and reached out to me, and we hit it off right away, and we discussed what it would be like to publish what was now called Moonsong. And so 9 months later, the illustration, it took 9 months to really create all the illustrations and the layout of the book, and now it's actually over a year later, and here we are today. And today is Moonsong's book birthday. So I'm so happy that you guys joined me and for this little party, and my pom-poms and my singing, and just talking a little bit about Moonsong. And here is Moonsong in full glory, and I'll show you some of my favorite illustrations. This is one that I love. It shows the relationship with Folky and the tiger, and they're lazing away the day and talking about, what it means to be a beast or have manners or be friends. And this is another one where Folky and the tiger are discussing the Moonsong and their friendship. So, I would like to invite everybody to Beausoleil Books. I'd like to thank India Hash with Beausoleil Books, which is in downtown Lafayette, Louisiana. And on Sunday, October 17th, I'll be having a reading and book signing, and I'm doing some giveaways. I have stickers and, what do you call them, bookmarks. And I created some coloring sheets. So it's going to be a really fun event, and I would love it, you know, if everyone would come out and just say hi, even. And I'm going to do a reading of Moonsong again, and I'm going to sing again. For anyone who wants me to sing it one more time. Do you want me to sing? Oh, round, bright moon, oh, great friend moon, how you sparkle like sugar and shine like joy. Sparkle like sugar, sparkle like sugar, sparkle like sugar and shine like joy. And that is the song that I guess maybe you can sneak peek at the end. Well, look. Folky and her tiger sleeping, and there's the moon. There's the moon. So I think maybe the Moonsong had its magic powers. And as you can see, this is another one of my favorite spreads. Wait. Here's Folky, and she's sad. And everybody thinks the tiger is awful. And, you know, with teeth and claws and no manners at all. And why would they ever trust a tiger to help them? Or why would they help Folky with her tiger? So, but there she is singing. I'm not going to sing again, but there she is singing. And I did all this hand lettering, which is really fun and really something that I love to do. Something that I sort of, you know, kind of learned as in advertising, and you know that really helped working in as an advertising graphic designer. You know, kind of helped me with book layout and stuff. So so yeah. So does anyone have any questions? I'd love to see everybody here. And if anyone has any questions, ask away, because I love questions, and I love that. And that's another thing, is I really believe that children's books are a child's first introduction to art and literature, and you know it's a way for them to really see beauty in the world and beautiful things, and appreciate art and literature. And so now is the fun part for me. Now I get to share Moonsong with you, and share with children and their parents and families, and really kind of sing to them and read to them, and share my art, and share the story of Folky and the Moonsong, and really talk to kids about, you know, if they like to draw, and if they like to write or sing, or you know, and how to be confident, and to appreciate the beautiful things in life. So, well, I'm so glad that everyone joined me today, and I'm gonna, let's see, in about 7, well, I don't know if I can last 7 more minutes, but I'm gonna wrap things up, and I'm glad that you guys joined. I'll read again just a little bit in case anyone tuned in. Did you write the lyrics first and make the music for it? I wrote the lyrics as part of the story, and I just sort of came up with the tune. I would love to, I really want to get a professional musician to record it for me. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I've been in talks with a woman that is really talented, and I would love for her to hear her sing it. But the best thing, I did have my first talk with children at Cathedral Carmel School a couple weeks ago, and they were the first children to actually hear the story, and I taught them the Moonsong, and they sang the chorus for me. So I was in an auditorium with about 40 kids singing along, sparkle like sugar, and I taught them that part. And if you could just imagine 40 little children looking up at you singing your words, it was amazing. Yes, hearts, hearts, hearts. It was just that's why I do what I do, is for to be able to share with children and share with people what I love and what makes me happy and what makes my heart sing. So seeing those little children and their teachers, and being able to share the coloring sheets and the story and the song, it really just was so exciting. So today is Moonsong's birthday, and now the fun begins. Now I get to share Moonsong with the world and share with everybody. And I wanted to thank everybody along the way who sort of helped support me as an artist. My husband in particular, Donnie, is so understanding and about me being a creative and all the sort of ups and downs and tears and joy and stuff that goes along with that. Being a writer is and an author and an illustrator both. It's a double-edged creative sword for him, and my family. And I also have to thank, like I said, the Society of Children's Book Illustrators and Writers helped me learn so much about writing and illustrating for children. I always dreamed about it when I was working at an ad agency. My dream was to write and illustrate for children. And I didn't really begin to see that dream become a reality until I joined the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators. And I used to go on their website and just look and dream and say, one day I'm going to join, one day I'm going to join. And in 2019, I joined, 2014, I joined the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators. And I was just so excited to go to my first conferences and to meet people and to sit and listen. Like, I sit in the back and just listen and in awe of these people creating these things and doing what I wanted to do. And now I'm so happy to report that last year or the year before, I was named the illustrator coordinator for the Louisiana-Mississippi region for the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators. And it was because I got involved and I met the head people and just really sort of got involved with a writing group and it was so, I went from visiting the website and having a dream to actually being a part of something that I'm really proud of. And I wanted to also thank everybody in my writing group for listening to Moonsong over and over and over, and some other things over and over and over. And, giving really good creative critiques. It's great to have a group of writers to help you because they get what it means to be a writer, and they get what it means to, try and have a thick skin, but, you get lots of rejections. And that's a big part of being an author and illustrator. So to get to this point, it's an amazing feeling. And so to have all of those people in my corner, rooting for me, and I root for them, and we commiserate when we have sad, rejections, and we cheer when we have good days like this. So it's great to have that group. And, if anyone wants to join the Acadiana writers group that I belong to, send me a message. And because now that we're doing it on Zoom, we have writers from, and you don't have to be an illustrator. It's all children's book, anything from picture books to middle grade, and even some YA. And we have some. It's Louisiana, Mississippi, but we have some from Shreveport and Baton Rouge, and some Mississippi. So, so it's really great to have those that group, in your corner and in my corner and helping me out here. So, all right. Well, it's been 29 minutes and it was a happy little party. thank you all for joining me and for, listening to me read and listening to me sing. And did I say I was going to read? Did I read twice? No, I only read once. But I'll just read one more time, just the beginning, just in case anyone missed, just a couple of pages. So, Moonsong. Folky's village had lost its moon. And this is Folky, and this is her village. You can see the people peeking out, and there's no moon. The village elders believed that singing called the wild beasts, beasts with teeth and claws and no manners at all. They scolded and hushed and shushed and harumphed. No singing at the table, no singing during chores, no singing during lessons, and no singing at night. And one day, their moon just vanished. And when the skies became the darkest dark, the villagers shivered and shook, for from the jungle they heard grunts and growls, bellows and howls, jabbers and snarls. Love the spread too. Only Folky listened happily, for Folky had a secret. Though she'd been warned, Folky had made friends with a tiger. She met the tiger under shady leaves and twisty vines. They tumbled and danced and shared stories and cakes. But why do you no longer sing? Asked the tiger. The elders have warned us, Folky explained. Singing calls the wild beasts, beasts with teeth and claws and no manners at all. I am a beast, said the tiger, and though I am wild, each night I sing, hoping to return our long-lost moon. Your moon is lost too? How can I help? So the tiger taught Folky to sing. Folky sang high and the tiger sang low. The bearcats, the frogs, and the monkeys joined in. And that is where I'll stop right now. So, I'd like to thank you all again for joining me today for my little celebration party for the birthday of Moonsong. If anyone wants to ask me a question, I'll answer online. And thank you again. Please, if you're in Lafayette, go to Beausoleil Books on Sunday, October 17th from 12:30 to 2:30 for a book signing. And you can go to beausoleilbooks.com to order Moonsong. And I would be really, really happy if you did. And if you like it, leave a review or even just a little star. That would be fine. So thank you everybody again, and it was good to see you all. Thank you again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I think goodbye.